Hello guys, in this video we will install the NetApp simulator in VMware Workstation 10. So if you have any other virtualization tool, then you can go to the documentation that we have downloaded in previous video and you can continue. In this video we will mainly focus on VMware Workstation 10. So let's start. So in the previous video we have downloaded all the required files along with the .ova file to get started. So in workstation 10, click on file and then click on open and then traverse to the directory where your .ova file is present. So select it, then click on open. Here you can give one name to your cluster. I will give it cluster 02. And this is the path where all the configuration file will be extracted from .ova file and placed under cluster 02. Then click import. So it will take some time to import all the configuration file to the specified directory path. We can go to the specified path, that is under documents virtual machines, and here we can see that cluster 02 one new directory is being created. If we will go inside it, then we can see all the configuration files is being generated one by one. Now let's go back to the VMware workstation. As you can see, it's still in progress. So once the importing is done, we will be able to see this console. And before proceeding further, let's get the range of IP addresses that we need to assign. So in order to do that, click on edit and then virtual network editor. So I will be using VMnet 8. Now go to the DHCP setting. So here we can see the range of IP addresses that is starting from 120 to 254. So I will be using the IP address starting from 15.200. In real environment, you need to get all these details from your network administrator. Once we have the IP address, you can click on power on this virtual machine. After that, so many configuration things will happen on its own, and it will ask you for a few parameters which needs to be given. So here we can see that the configuration things is happening on its own. So while the first attempt on this point of time where it's asking for press Ctrl C, we need to press Ctrl C and hit enter so that we'll start the configuration from the beginning. Now it's saying that boot menu will be available with some other additional options. So here are the options. We have 8 options. Out of that, we need to select the 4. That is clean configuration and initialize all disks. Again, it needs our confirmation. Type Y and hit enter. This will erase all data on the disk. Yes, we are sure. So again, it will do the reboot to finish the request. In order to save the time, I will just hit enter so that the boot will happen immediately. At this point of time, it will again ask to press the Ctrl C for boot menu, but we don't have to do that. Throughout the entire procedure, we just have to do it once, and that we have already done it. So no need to intervene at this point of time. Many settings will happen on its own. As we can see the prompt here that system initialization has been completed successfully. So now it's asking to proceed for node setup. So we will ignore these steps because the node setup we will be doing as a part of cluster configuration. So in this case, just type exit and hit enter. Now we'll have to log in with admin account. So just type admin and hit enter. Now we can see that we are inside the cluster shell. So 2 colons and 1 greater than symbol indicates that we are under the cluster cell. Now execute the command cluster setup to proceed further. Now we have to specify whether we want to create or join to an existing cluster. We are creating a new cluster, so type create and hit enter. Whether we want it to be a single node cluster, nope, we will add new nodes here. Will the cluster network be configured to use network switches? I will use the default settings, that is yes. Now it's asking for the configurations that we need to specify for cluster network ports. So cluster network ports is basically for the communication within the nodes of the cluster, and it has decided to select E0A and E0B with MTU value 1500. So I will just hit enter to go with the default. Now we have to enter a password. We type the password. For some reason the password didn't match. Let me type it once again. The password is accepted and it's going further. Now it will create the cluster interfaces. So here we are, step 1 out of 5. So enter the cluster name. I will give the cluster name as cluster 02. Enter the base license key. In previous video, we also had download one notepad with the various license key. So here is our cluster base license. So this one needs to be entered. So let me resize the windows so that I can type it very easily, because we cannot just copy and paste. After we type the license key, just click enter. The license is being accepted and it's going further. So now network setup is happening. So it's asking for additional license key. At this point we will just skip it, because at later point also we can come back and enter the license key through graphical user interface or from the command line. So I will just hit enter to go to next step. So now we have to select cluster management interface port. It's given a suggestion E0D, so I will go with that and just hit enter. We need to assign one IP address, so that would be 192.168.15.200. Net mask could be 55.255.255.0, and the gateway I will just leave it as blank. Enter the DNS domain names. This part also I will be skipping. If you have all the information, then definitely you can give the informations here. So the step 4, it's saying that SFO, that is storage failover, will not be configured because it cannot be done in a simulator. Step 5, it's asking for the lab locations. I will just give it lab 1. Node management port, it has given the suggestion of E0C. So I will just go with that. Enter the node management IP address, that would be 168.15.201. Netmask 55.255.55.0. Gateway I will leave it as default. Set up the node. So again I will just ignore it. Type enter. We are done with our configuration now. And in order to check whether the cluster is working or not, we just go to OT session and give the IP address of the cluster management. And then try to log in. Yep, it's working. We can execute the command cluster show to see the node status. So that's all for this tutorial. We will add another node in the next video.